Hi you all and welcome to my TwitchCon vlog. This is the first part and I've finally arrived at the hotel after 8 hours on the train. And yeah, you might notice I am a little bit tired. I've just checked in and put my stuff into the room and crashed out a little bit on my bed to relax because that was like an 8-hour train ride and this is a little bit exhausting, as you might guess. So yeah, before I rest now for tomorrow, I'll quickly record what the day was like, and it shouldn't be too much since it was just a pure travel day. And sorry. All the air conditioning in the trains gives you a dry throat. So, what was my day like? I've woken up early and did some final preparations, like, making a little bit of food and preparing for the journey and so on. And then I've double checked everything so I don't forget stuff and drove to the next big city. Like, normally I would go just by the next train station and go from there, but this time they are doing construction stuff and all trains were cancelled. And instead of taking 25 minutes, you would take like over an hour by bus, and the buses are not really reliable. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. So I drove to the next big city and went to the main station by subway, and then got a little bit of breakfast at the main station and hopped into the first train for about 4-hour leg of the journey. And yeah, I tried to sleep a little bit, but I was too excited for the con, so I couldn't really sleep. After that, I've changed the trains and basically cut through Germany, like from one side to another diagonally. So basically one huge journey through Germany. And yeah, of course, because it's the Germans, the train got delayed, but I had a little bit of buffer, and as such it really didn't matter that much. It's just a shame that because I wanted to take a little walk between the two train rides, and yeah, I couldn't do that anymore. That was a little bit but oh well. And then it was from Germany to the Netherlands, and in that train they warned us that someone got pickpocketed, so yay, the fun continued. So we had delayed trains and pickpockets this time. Nothing happened to me, luckily, but someone else got robbed, and that really shocks. I was a little paranoid, honestly, but yeah. And then we arrived at Utrecht in the Netherlands, and I've changed trains there for the last leg to Rotterdam, which was like 40 more minutes or so. And yeah, that was pretty uneventful. Nothing special happened there, but I'm really happy that it's over, because it's like 8 hours of a train journey, and yeah, that's exhausting. And well, in Rotterdam, I forgot they have these ticket scanners at the main station where you need to scan your ticket to be even able to exit and enter the station, and I forgot from last year, I forgot that you can use your normal train ticket to just get out. I've totally forgotten that, but a security guy reminded me of it, and even though it was a little bit embarrassing because I actually knew that, I just didn't think about it because I was so exhausted. It worked out, and yeah. After that, I've checked in, and yeah, that's basically my day today. Nothing special, just a lot of train riding, a lot of sitting around and hoping that everything goes well, and killing time, and a little bit of rest in the hotel. So yeah, nothing too special, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I'm really exhausted and I just want to sleep now, so good night, chat. Hi you all, and welcome to part 2 of my little TwitchCon vlog. Today, as you can hear, I'm not as sleepy anymore, and I've slept a bit in, but that's fine. I had a pretty good night. It's very comfy in my hotel room, and yeah, I was out and about for quite a bit already, and yeah. So what did I do today after sleeping in? I had a very nice breakfast, as you can see here, with some sausage and some cheese, orange juice, a little egg, and a chocolate croissant. Really enjoyed that. It's nothing special, but it got me ready for the day, and I had a little bit to do today. Though it's still a pre-con day, so like there's not too much happening and to talk about. But yeah, I had a very nice breakfast and still got some things to do, of course. So what I did was I did my groceries after the breakfast, like nothing special, just, you know, water, something to eat, some snacks and stuff like that, the essentials. And yeah, once I had that covered, I put it in my hotel room. I have a little fridge there that I can use, and I also put, you know, a little snack ration together that I was taking with me, and then it was off to the venue. This is the venue. Sorry for the weird black parts of the picture, but I didn't want to dox anyone, and also I didn't want to ask every single person there for their consent, so I just blackened out every face as best as I could. But yeah, that's the TwitchCon venue, and yeah, I went there to get my ticket. This is my TwitchCon badge. Well, this is my TwitchCon badge. I didn't make it to affiliate in time before TwitchCon, so it's still the normal one, but I'm super happy to have it. I'm hyper excited for tomorrow. It's gonna be a blast. Yeah, I stayed a little bit after the badge pickup and talked to some people, had some fun together, and met some old friends, you know, stuff like that. And yeah, then I started to move. However, I also got something for you, which is today's or this year's TwitchCon mascot. It's a nice shiny bear. Also, sorry for the picture looking a little bit weird. The surface of the bear is reflecting a lot of light, and as such the camera was like, ugh, I don't really like that. But yeah, we've got a cute cuddly little bear this year. It's amazing. And yeah, after that I went to explore the city a little bit. Well, let me show you. We've got this nice skyscraper here right near the central station. What I really like about it is that it's like a mirror. It reflects the sky, which it just looks amazing. I really love that. These buildings here, that's me taking a harbor tour on a boat. And yeah, they look just interesting because they look like a child has put them together with some Lego bricks, and one seems to be close to falling over. It's really interesting. Of course, it wouldn't be the Netherlands without any windmills. So here we do have a windmill that is just, you know, standing there near the harbor. We also have this kind of financial district here. Mind you, I'm on the boat at this point, so yeah, that's that. Some nice skyscrapers. And this is where I took a nice little rest. These are actually components of wind turbines that got colored beautifully and repurposed as benches, which I really like, and they are surprisingly comfortable. So yeah, I took a nice little rest here and had a nice snack and was chilling out a little bit, so yeah. And this here is a view towards the harbor, from the harbor towards where the venue of TwitchCon is located, with the bridge and buildings and everything. So yeah, also nice little shot for you guys, so you have a little bit of an idea how Rotterdam is like. And this is the central station where I arrived. I forgot to show it earlier, but here it is. It's a huge station. It has like 6 tram lines, 4 subway lines, and like 26 or so train lines. So it's really, really huge. Oh yeah, and before I forget, this is my hotel room. Nice and cozy, does the job. I don't usually book a double room for myself, but they didn't have anything else free, and I wanted this exact hotel because I was staying there earlier last year for the first TwitchCon, and I really like how the staff is and everything, so I absolutely wanted to be back there and, you know, to stay there again and to have a good time again. So this is the hotel room. Alrighty, and now I am just vibing a little bit in my hotel room, and I'm having a little kebab, and yeah, that's basically it. I'm going to go to bed early because I need to be fit for tomorrow, since it's gonna be a very busy day. Alrighty, see you guys tomorrow for the next one. Hi everyone, and welcome to part 3 of my TwitchCon vlog. Today I woke up at 5 AM and I've been up and about ever since. I had some nice breakfast again and went for a refreshing little shower and got ready. Then I took the tram to the main station and went to the venue by subway. And since I got my ticket yesterday, I also luckily didn't need to wait in line. If you have seen the last vlog for yesterday, you will notice that the line was already pretty long when I got my ticket, but today, because it's Saturday morning, it's way longer, because that's when most people arrive, and it basically looped around to where I took the picture. So this is really crazy. I'm so happy that I got there early and got my badge early, because that is like a lot of time that I'm saving with that. I could go in and skip the huge line waiting for the badge pickup, of course, which is nice. And then I explored the con a little bit, took a look around. So we've got the part of the venue here. We've got the, the vendors presenting their stuff and people taking a look at it and talking and walking about everything. It does seem like it's not that full, but I have to emphasize how huge the building is. Like, there were like at least 10k people, like 10,000 people, and it's still not enough to fully fill the building, but it's still kind of crowded. It really depends on where you are and at which time, because people are always out and about, they are moving around and everything. So with some pictures it might look more empty than it actually is, because it's really busy. I also attended some of the panels that are made for creators and viewers. Viewers can get a little bit of an insight if they want to, and creators can learn a little bit about, new things, about how to do content and so on. And it's done by Twitch staff and either Twitch ambassadors or selected creators, and they basically talk about the topic that the panel is about, their own experiences, how they are using this in their daily life as content creator, how it works out for them, and share their experiences, which will actually allow you to learn quite a lot from them. But it's also a little bit of the same each year, so the best thing is actually to go to the TwitchCon when you are a new creator. You basically take all the panels you can get that are valuable for you and learn from them and improve your content. And then you come back when you become affiliate, because you can monetize stuff, and then you take all the panels that are about monetization and growth in that regard. And there are also a few selected panels that can only be accessed by partners. So this is also a thing to come back to when you have become a partner. Now, I get it that it isn't for everyone, but I personally really like that, and it's also nice to have the opportunity to ask questions, because even if you are not learning something new in a panel that you attend for the very first time, at least for me, I drew some inspiration from that and got some ideas that I'm going to put into my streams. So I really like the panels, and I find it very good that they exist, because they help explain things and to, get a different view on things, which is really good. Of course, we also have our little friend here. He mustn't miss. You all know him. I don't need to tell you who he is. This time last time he was outside, this time he's camping inside. Maybe he also got a sunburn like I did. And yeah, that's basically the exit of the venue from the inside. in general, the con was basically the same as last year, which is actually a little bit of a letdown if I'm honest, because it is a 10-year anniversary and I would have expected to have something with a little bit more pep and a little bit more oomph to it, right? Like not you know, being the same as usual, but something that is a little bit more, let's celebrate, you know, a little bit more celebratory feel to it, even more than normally, and like something special, you know. So yeah, that really felt a little bit disappointing, but only because it's the 10 years anniversary, right? If it was just a normal con, I would be 100% happy with it. And I really enjoyed myself, so I have to emphasize that. But if it is like a 10-year, 20-year, 15-year anniversary, you know, something big like that, you really want to make it something special, something to really, how should I say, something that really puts it apart from the standard TwitchCon, right? So I would really have liked to see that. So yeah, that was a slight little bit disappointing, but all in all, I really had a blast, and I can't wait for tomorrow as well. So it's gonna be amazing. Other than that, yeah, I got to meet some acquaintances, especially from Shy Lily's community, because, as some people know, her new model was made by Diariku, and I was fortunate enough to get in line for Diariku's meet and greet. So yeah, waiting in line for meet and greets, that's also a thing, and yeah, I got in line for Diariku's meet and greet, and this is actually the second time that I've managed to do so. I also managed to meet her last year, and yeah, we met because, you know, Shy Lily's community is linked to her, and I met some people I know from the Shrimpies, and we had a really, really nice time together. And yeah, it was amazing to meet Riku again. She's just a very, very kind person, and she's just super friendly, super sweet. And yeah, she remembered that we met last year during TwitchCon, and we had a nice little chat. But yeah, as well as you can have a chat in, like, you know, a few minutes, because as you can see, the lines are pretty long, and the creators have only limited time, and you know, you need to get through so much people in so little time, so there isn't really time for like this huge conversation you would actually like to have, but like 2 or 3 minutes you can talk a little bit, and you know, take a picture and stuff like that. I also took pictures and everything, but I'm not gonna show them because, you know, doxing and stuff like that. But yeah, it was really, really amazing to meet Riku again. She's just great. Check her out. I really love her, and her art is just like amazing. I really hope that I get to commission her at one point in my creator life, even though it's it's not gonna happen soon, because you know, she's like one of the biggest artists for VTubers and creators around, so she is very booked and very expensive. But yeah, if I could commission a little bit of artwork from her side at one point, that would make me so incredibly happy, because I adore her art style so incredibly much, and it's just great. Really love her. both as an artist and as a person as far as I know her. Of course, I also took some breaks and I recharged a little bit of energy as well with a little hot dog and some water. Tasty. That was actually good. I was a little bit skeptical regarding the food because last year there were some unfortunate cases of food poisoning, but that turned out to be actually a virus that was going around. So this year I didn't hear of any complications like that, so that is a positive. And it is, even though it is very expensive, it is good food that they have there, so I'm very, very pleased with that. Yeah, and most of the day was a lot of walking around, talking to people, listening to them, and just having fun, enjoying myself. I went back to the hotel after the con closed and had a nice shower again because I went on a dinner with some friends. And yeah, now I'm gonna go and rest since it's late and I need to be up early tomorrow again. So have a amazing night and see you for the next part. Hi everyone, I just came back from a small quote-unquote after party with some older new friends, and yeah, I feel kinda sad that the con is over already. It just was so much fun and I just don't want it to end. Well, what did I do today? I woke up at 5 in the morning again, and it's basically the same routine than yesterday, like eating, showering, off to the con immediately. And today I visited the next meet and greet that I had, which was with Siren. I caught her for the first time this year and I was super happy to meet her. I heard from her when she was streaming it that she liked botanical gardens, and since I have already visited the botanical garden in Rotterdam, I really liked it. I love visiting botanical gardens as well. It's just like, you know, I go into a city and for vacation, and when it has a botanical garden, I'm gonna explore it. So I recommended it to her and she was really excited and wanted to see it, and she also had heard about it, and yeah, Siren was like, hey, I'm gonna definitely check it out. And yeah, I hope she got the time to do it this year, otherwise maybe next year. It really depends if she comes back, but yeah, I hope she can check that out. She's also a very cute and amazing person. She's very sweet. It was such a pleasure meeting her. I really, really had a good time at that meet and greet, and she's really, really nice. So yeah, Siren is also just amazing. I really love her. Also, I got to the merch store and got some nice goodies. The t-shirt on the right hand side is the exclusive one for this year. So every year there is a exclusive TwitchCon t-shirt or anything that is just available this year, and that's the t-shirt. I really like that. And also I got a nice little sweater for the winter, which is one of the non-exclusive ones. My badge, of course, and a little bit of loot from the meet and greets and everything. And I bought a nice little Ganyu book sign from an artist in the artist alley that really, really, really is amazing art, and the artist really got great things. I'm very happy that I found them. And I got their contact because I definitely want to commission them in the future if I can afford it. So that is one thing that I will definitely do. I have a few ideas on what I want to commission from them. And yeah, that's also nice. So yay. Today I also visited a workshop about making Japanese trading cards, like from a trading card game. And it was held by Japanese MO Misa, who is the lady in the red dress here. She's very kind, she's really amazing. I got to meet her after the panel because we all stayed a little bit to talk and everything, and she is incredibly nice and a very funny person and very, yeah, just very sweet. I really loved it. It's so nice to be able to just casually talk to these other creators who are like, you know, 1,000 times bigger than I am, and you can just casually talk with them, get to know each other and everything. I really love that about TwitchCon. It's amazing. And if you aren't being awkward about it, it's just like, you know, you talk to a new person, and that's basically it. I really enjoy talking to her. She's so much fun. And she does Japanese learning streams and videos on YouTube and Twitch. So that's fun. And I'm also going to watch her content because I want to improve my Japanese, right? But yeah, that was a really fun thing and a lot of a lot of fun. So that was great. I really had a good time. And yeah. Now, this is my badge today, since it's the last day. As you can see, Riku has signed it, Siren has signed it, Misa has signed it. I know there are people who have like much more. There are people who have like 10, 12, even more creators who sign it. But yeah, I've got my signs for the people I met and who were willing to do so, and I really like that. It's a nice little tradition on TwitchCon. Also, yeah, I'm just really happy to meet amazing people at TwitchCon and get the chance to hang out with them. It's just like absolutely great when it comes to that. TwitchCon is really amazing in that regard. And you know, there are just thousands of people vibing, having fun together, sharing the same hobbies, and no matter who they are, where they're from, everyone just is having a great time, and that is just so great because that's as it should be. It should always be like that, right? You should always just vibe, be accepting of each other, be empathetic, and just have a good time together. That should be it, and not like, you know, the other crappy things that are going on. Well, I'm already missing the con, honestly, and feel a little sad that it's over. I wish that it could be a little bit longer, but on the other hand, my social batteries have also been spent and I'm pretty exhausted right now, since I've been awake and in such a rush around the con, so yeah. I'll try to get some rest now. Alrighty, good night cuties, I wish you all the best. Hi everyone, this is part 5 of the vlog. I've rested and restocked a little bit on groceries, so I have enough for the travel tomorrow. Today, unfortunately, I don't have a lot to talk about. It's just a really slow day since I've been resting and I needed a change of pace, so I went swimming and basically spent most of my day in a public bath and in the sauna. I didn't really want to do much else. I just wanted to relax, have some wellness, and be lazy. So, yeah. Sorry that it's so short for today. It's, as I said, it's nothing special. And yeah, I'll see everyone tomorrow for the last part. I'm finally home after another 8 hours of a train ordeal with delays and pickpockets again. Pickpockets seem to be the theme this year. Well, as long as I was in the Netherlands, the journey really had no real issues, except for the pickpockets that were on the international train. But as soon as I entered Germany, like, the delays started piling up. It's like, ugh, I don't know. We Germans just can't get any trains to arrive on time. I don't know what it is. The construction work I mentioned on day 1 should have been completed, but yeah, I was traveling for like 8 hours and I didn't want to take a risk, so I got my parents to pick me up at the subway and just went from the main station to the subway station because, yeah, there were still some cancellations and stuff, so I didn't want to bother with it, not after having been on the train for another 8 hours. So, yeah. Well, I gotta take care of the usual things after vacation now and get some rest. I really feel spent. And yeah, I know the last 2 days were short in regards to the vlog, but it's just because I didn't do anything or not much. And yeah, this concludes the vlog of this year's TwitchCon. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you have a great time. See you for TwitchCon the next year.